Hi everyone, welcome to the reading of the week for October 8th to 15th. Hope you guys are all well. Just having technology issues today. Mercury is retrograde. It's to be expected, right? Okay, so I invite you to just close your eyes, take 3 nice deep breaths. See that tree root coming out of the base of your spine, grounding you deep into Mother Earth. Anchoring you in the present moment, knowing that that tree root is a conduit through which anything that is no longer serving you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for new growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here to do a reading for our collective highest and greatest benefit. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information that we most need to receive right now, and to provide that in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our highest and greatest well-being and the well-being of anyone whose life we touch. I'd like to invite my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening now and in the future to be present to facilitate this exchange and ensure that we address all that is in our collective heart and mind at this time for our highest and greatest good in the window of time that we have together. I'd also like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of light, love, wisdom, healing, transformation, beauty. Again, whatever is in our collective heart and mind, may it be addressed at this time. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies is welcome to go now. Let's get into it. Okay. Can't take credit for these. They're store-bought. I wish I did have them growing in my garden, though. That would be amazing. Okay, Creator, what is it that we collectively need to know this week for our highest and greatest good? So we can stay in a good space and move forward powerfully in co-creating this beautiful future that we know we are responsible for, right? Okay, recent past, the influence is waning, continues into our present, into our future. It just means stuff that we've been through that is coming forward with us, that is important to where we are now and tomorrow, into this week. So here we have the card of signals, the 8 of Wands. Wands, of course, always being about creativity, inspiration, and passion. It's about the fire element, the generative quality that resides in all of us, the thing that gets us excited, that inspires us, the breath of life, inspiration, all of that good stuff. That's the energy of Wands. And in the 8 of Wands is all about signals. It's about incoming messages. It's about exchanging information. It's about looking for information, pulling it towards us through our curiosity, our interest, our desire, letting that play happen with life, taking in information, absorbing it, considering it, and allowing it to influence who we are and what we're doing. That's the recent past. So that's important for the next week. This creative, generative inspiration of ideas. The present card is the card of frustration. Sure, speaking to where I'm sitting today. So just that energy of feeling pentacles, it's financial, usually money, but it's more material stuff. It's like just being in the here and now in the material realm. But this feeling of frustration, like, oh my gosh, when is this going to shift? When is this going to change? I mean, really, technology issues and other things. There's just this constant feeling in the present. And I don't know about you, but it's been kind of going in waves for me. There's some days when I feel this more, other days when it's not an issue, everything's flowing, it's beautiful, life is great, as far as it could be. But what's true is all of us, I think, are experiencing this frustration. I mean, what really, when are we going to turn the corner? When is this going to change? And this frustration with what we've put into the world and what we're getting out of it, it just doesn't feel commensurate. It doesn't feel relevant. So this feeling of frustration in our present, I don't think we need to qualify it much more than that. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. The near future is this energy of abundance, the 9 of Pentacles, this lovely, lovely energy of things opening up on the material level, this financial openness, this well-being, this abundance, this flow of good things on the material level, this easing off. I think we're going to start to see this. This is what we're moving towards. This is the collective energy. This is where the collective energy of humanity, our evolutionary process is moving towards, is this energy of abundance, is understanding how we are powerful co-creators with the life force when we let ourselves, and how this is our birthright. This is who we are. This is what we're here to express. We're here to powerfully and beautifully co-create our life experience here in the now with the universal energies. We're each a universal spark embodied in this meat suit, if you want to call it that, but we're so much more than just this little meat suit. We are divine energy coming in to experience itself and express itself through this reality, and having the enjoyment of that and the unfolding of that and the pleasure of that. In addition, this energy of abundance, of largesse, of generosity, of things coming and flowing with ease and grace and beauty. That's the energy universally that we're moving towards. And so looking for that, expecting that, because when you expect something, you're pulling it towards you. There's that loftier energy that's involved. Letting yourself go there. Let's create this. Let's pull this abundance towards us. What kind of a future do we want? Let's dream it into our reality. Those of us who have great imaginations and are very, inspired on that level, we need you more than ever. We need your beautiful visions. Don't get hooked into the negative, the narrative that's pulling us down, but instead switch on to what would be most beautiful for us. What would make life on this planet even better? How could it be that much more enjoyable and fun and beautiful and uplifting and inspiring? That's how we need to be focusing our attention and our life force as much as we can, is towards more beauty, more generosity, more loveliness, more abundance, and letting this inspiration guide us. And that's personally and collectively, right? But if you focus on what would make your own life more beautiful, you're influencing the collective as well, because if you're happy, the collective moves in a happier direction. Okay, foundation card. Why we're having the reading this week? The King of Wands. Being masterful about our creation. Being masterful about what we're pulling into our experience, a little bit like what I was just talking about. Where are you putting your attention? Where are you putting your generative energy? Are you generating a post-apocalyptic dystopian future? Or are you generating a future of harmony and beauty and abundance and well-being for all? We're really being challenged to have that larger vision now, and to let that nourish us and grow us in different ways than the current narratives of suffering and fear and uncertainty and doubt. Those things are undermining our capacity to create the beautiful world we know is possible in our hearts, and has been more possible now than ever because of the energy that we are collectively moving through. So this is our foundation card this week. This is why we're having the reading. This is what everything is resting on. It's how are you being masterful about your creative generative energy? How are you expressing that in the world? How are you applying it in your own life? Knowing that as you do things on the microcosm of your own experience, you're contributing to the macrocosm. So important. So those are the cards for this week. Signals that generative energy, taking information in, sending information out, getting excited, getting inspired, letting that fuel us to help us get past whatever frustration we might be feeling, because we need to transcend those lower vibrational experiences so that we can express more, we can overcome more. We have to let this fuel us over this obstacle of frustration and feeling stuck, and instead inspire us into this abundant future, this vision of what would be more beautiful in your own life, what would be more beautiful collectively. And the reminder to be masterful about our creations, to be masterful about where we're putting our passion, our energy, our drive, our interest, our preferences. All of those things are driving us, and we can let them drive us in a good way, or we can let them drive us in a not so good way. You get to choose. You are a powerful co-creator with life. This is your game. You chose to be here at this time, to be part of this incredible transformation we're all living through. So do it well. So with that, I would like to fold these in and pull out our card to grow on for this week. And let's just see what we need to know to carry forward with us this week. Okay, Creator. Thank you for these wonderful cards. Okay, now what do we need to know? How do we summarize the reading this week so we can carry it forward with us in our hearts in a representation of something easy to hold on to so we can be at our best? So the card of Indecision. So this card comes up pretty regularly, I feel. in my readings and I don't know about our collective readings. I know we've just had so many of them now, it's all becoming a blur. But what's important to remember about this card is if you don't know what to do, it's not time to do anything. Stay in that space of clarity and preparedness, ready to be ready. And you'll know what to do when you need to do it, trusting that that information will come to you. So if you look at this picture, we have this woman and she's standing, she has her sword drawn, she is ready. She's poised. She is ready to be ready for whatever comes. We have all this sort of adversity coming towards her, but she's not fighting any of that. She's staying peaceful and centered and grounded and aligned. And this ray of light is coming down through the top of her head. She's holding still and steady and receiving the inspiration so that she then knows what action to take when it's time to take it. It's a very powerful card. So this is our card to grow on this week. If you don't know what to do, wait. Ask for guidance. Get still. Don't start swatting at the adversity. Get still. Get quiet. Go inward and ask for help. And then be clear and centered and receive the information that comes. Just knowing that you will always be guided to the right action at the right time when you set your intention to do that. My intention is to be a clear channel for light, for love, for wisdom, for beauty. Shine brightly in all directions, to see and affirm and evoke the highest and best in everyone that I meet, including myself and those closest to me. Those intentions that we set, that's one that I like to say for myself. But those intentions that we set then guide our actions in the world, guide how we be in the world. It's a very powerful yet simple process. You're welcome to borrow my words. You're welcome to add to them, to adjust them and adapt them so they suit you beautifully, because that's what it's all about. But that's a little bit of what this is talking about, is if you don't know how to take action right now, it's not time to take action, but you can get clear about what your intentions are. What are your intentions? And sometimes once we just have those figured out, then everything else flows that much more clearly. It may be the universe is waiting for you to step up and state yourself, to stand in your power and state your power and state your intentions and own it. And then your clarity will come. It's a very powerful thing to hold a core intention like that for yourself. Because then as life comes towards you, whether what's coming towards you matches or doesn't match. So maybe this week, while we stand in our indecision or stand ready and poised and available to take action when the time is right, also think about your intention. Who are you? Who do you want to be? What do you want to hold in the world? And as I said, you're more than welcome to use those words that I like to use as a springboard, as a place to begin your own statement of intention so that you can be clear and powerful in every aspect of your experience. Creator, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to do this work. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for the opportunity to read for you and with you on the energies every week. You really are important to this reading. I can't do it without your added energy of pulling through what we need to know. So to each and every one of you who is participating and showing up, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing in your own experience. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you and your willingness to be here on the planet at this time doing wonderful things. It's a hard time. We're between certainties, and we have to get familiar and comfortable with being in that space of uncertainty. And we can support each other through it, and I hope my readings are doing that for you. Much, much love and light. Have a beautiful week, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon, next Friday. Take care.